Welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition. Hey, before we get into it, 22 veterans a day commit suicide. We want to say that at the beginning of every video and make you aware that we are raffling off a knife holder board, pocket knife holder board that Sean Crawford made. It's absolutely gorgeous. It'll hold about 10 to 20 knives, somewhere in there, depending on the sizes. It has Mission 22 on it, and we're raffling that off up until October 19th. I talked to Miss Lisa, like I said yesterday, with Southeastern Guide Dogs. You are welcome to make a donation straight to them via their page. Just let them know you're with Choir Boys Cutlery, and I'll make sure to put you in the raffle. Now, having said that, we also support our LEOs, our law enforcement officers. We don't break the damn law. That's how we support them, and we back the blue. And you guys are in our thoughts and our prayers in this difficult time. If you're an addict, you are more than welcome here. And you say, Scab, what does that even mean? Well, it means we're not going to sit here and make fun of you. It means that you got a place here. And hopefully it means that by being around people that maybe have gone through the same thing, it'll give you the strength to go ahead and quit. Never quit quitting. And let's beat that thing, okay? Now, without any further ado, yesterday afternoon or yesterday morning, or sometime thereabouts during lunch, I'm assuming, I showed you the Kellam line of knives. I believe this is the Fang, this is the bigger one, the 5.1 inches, and this is the SPT, from Kellam, and it's 3.7 inches. It's got the good curly birch handles, man, and they are gorgeous. Some of the fellas held some of these today, and they were impressed by these handles. I love these handles, but this is what I did. I gave you a quick rundown of it. I whittled some wood. Well, you know, is that good enough? No. So what we did is I did a few cutting tests on them. I didn't baton with a stick. These are very, very nice. And here's the deal. While that 22 degree, I said 22 inch yesterday, 22 degree grind, that Scandi grind is awesome. Razor sharp, super sharp. I didn't want to screw this up because it's not the easiest thing in the world to take back to that. And apparently on the Spartans, we may have over tested them a bit. A little bit of edge damage. Kirk's working to get them back, and we'll move on from there. But they did hold up, and they are awesome blades, and it was some minor stuff. So, having said all that, without any further ado, I'm Scab, you're not. Hey, I probably won't see you at the end of the video. You say, Scab, you always say that. Well, it's because it's the truth. I love y'all. God bless y'all. Enjoy some of these tests. Well, thank you, Scab. I swear every day you get more and more like, I don't know, Burl Ives, Merlin Olsen, Orson Welles. But I don't know about Merlin Olsen. I think that was a guy from Little House on the Prairie. Well, you just seen how the little Puko just cut through them straps right there. Now, we're going to shave a little wire right here. You know I'm going to do this test because I got about 1,000 phone cords to cut up. Now, the problem with these knives, and it's not a problem, but at Scandi grinding, let me correct something. It's not hard to get it back to that 22, but these knives are gorgeous, polished. If we needed them in a survival type situation, yeah, we'll bang the hell out of them, but my point simply was I just didn't want a baton with like a stick or everything and just beat them up because they are gorgeous, gorgeous knives. The good stabbing there. Now this is the little one. This is the SPT. And this thing right here, normally I'm not a little knife guy, but I'm going to tell you something. With that handle, the ergonomics of the handle and just the way it felt, I won't say I preferred it, but very confident that it could handle any task put before it. And it's razor sharp. Now, it's just gliding through this plastic. Now, and when I say that, I'm saying it's not catching at all. It's just tearing it up, son. Like it ain't even there. Now, the old let's shave this stick test. This is one of them trees I cut down. I hope everybody's okay with that. I hear people just screaming all over the world. I hate to tell you, jackass, but we're building a hospital out here and some trees got to go. But I digress. The doctor told me before I had to watch that kind of stuff. I do hold a grudge, just so you know. Anyway, I'll digress again. I'll digress back to back digression as we watch this SPT just blow through this thing, son. I mean, just cut through it like it ain't there. Now, again, I did not baton with a stick with these things. I used the little one and I did a lot more just shaving wood. Pretty good little stabbing power right there. Now here's the thing. Here's the bigger one. And like I said, again, the ergonomics of the handle make this thing so comfortable. That's a phone cord. It's not paracord. Okay, so it's not just blowing through straight, 550 paracord, which is impressive enough. No, this is a phone charger, so it's got some copper in it. Now that's my fault there. My little fat fingers, I couldn't get enough of it to cut, so we did the old lay it on the block of wood and just press on it test, which was good. Now let's go back to this stick with the fang. And here's the thing with these things now. Here's the thing with the fang. It's so sharp, and I say this honestly, there were times it bit a little too much in there, and I had to back off a little bit. Now, most of your Scandi grinds or most Pucos or whatever design this is, I think these are Pucos, but this kind of design, Scandinavian bushcraft, typically is not full tang. Some of them are, these two are not. So they are very, very tough, but while they're not full tang, I just didn't want to do a ton of chopping with them. They're beautiful, they're gorgeous, and these are carbon steel, so they probably could have held up. But at the same time, I didn't want to you don't just bang on these like you would, the D-Bad Preacher or something. But I have every confidence, again, that in a survival type situation, I would have no problem, and I mean zero, surviving with these knives. And I mean none. If I had to chop with it, I believe I could take down some light stuff, and it wouldn't be a problem. Here we go. Now, while I didn't baton with a stick, I did use my hand. You say, well, Scab, that was dumb. Well, when have you known me to do anything smart? That would be the better question, son. But here's the other thing. Now I looked around to hit it with something. I thought, no, you know what? I'll just use the maul of my hand because I didn't want to beat up that coating. And here's the truth. The damn knife's so sharp, and I realize that's a smaller. Now that started off as a 1x1. It's a good piece of oak. It's just like a little 1x1 thing. Look at that. Feather sticking like a mug, son. Just tearing it up. I can't say enough good about these knives. And again, there's not a lot of negative on the channel about knives, and that's because I review knives that I like. I mean, that's just kind of plain and simple. And if there's a particular knife you want me to review, here's an idea, send it to me. If I don't have it, more odds are, if I don't have it, Kirk does. Kirk don't, Jimbo does. If they don't, then Dale or Daniel, one of them boys that's been buying up knives left and right, will have it. So we can put our hands on it. But my point to you is this: I usually review stuff that I really like, and I realize on some of this stuff I'm late to the game. Look at them feather sticks, son. Like a damn turkey's ass sitting there. I realize I'm late to the game on some, but here's the advantage. I've carried a lot of these knives for the past couple of years doing this kind of work, this utility work. So when I give you a review, it's fair and it's honest. And again, most of the time it's something I like. Now at the front, we always cover our veterans, our 22 a day, and I just want to bear that in mind again. I want y'all to keep that fresh on your mind and your heart. Our raffle's about a week and a half from being over. Good participation. Thank y'all to everybody there. Listen, don't fight alone. That's what we're here for. That's why I always put the National Suicide Hotline number up here for. We, in conjunction with them, and we're not partnering or anything, I'm just saying there's people that care, and we love you. I'm Scab. You're not. We